But tell me how you feel.
I feel we should move on to the next statement, which is your personal finance tip of the week. Gerry's been obsessing over this aspect, and this isn't just the latte factor. This is the latte factor as filtered through Gerry's personal experience.
The latte factor. Well, latte would add a little bit even more of a twist to it. We've talked about this idea of you can do things as it relates to food, which we all like. You can cook for yourself and go not go out and to dinner and to lunch and to cafes and save yourself a lot of money. And so we decided to take another angle, look at another angle on this. This is I'm going to call it the espresso angle, less than the latte angle at this point, because I have the numbers better figured out for the espresso. So you go let's say you buy an espresso every day, and you go down to whether Starbucks or whatever your local roastery is. And do they roast at Starbucks? I don't know. But
if they do, they over roast.
They don't do it. Yeah, they don't do it on location, I don't think. But I digress.
Starbucks is an over roastery.
Okay, so. An over roastery. So neither here nor there. I think it's fair to say that you can pay $5, and if you do it one a day, and let's just say you literally every day, so 365 days a year. At $5, I think it was $820.
$825 what we got.
$25.
That's no tip. So your barista hates you.
Yeah, so not tipped anybody. So you're just $825 worth of espressos. Most young people don't think about buying an espresso machine. So I went and bought a Breville espresso machine for call it $500. It was $450 plus. So $500 with tax. And I like those more manual ones. So there's nothing digital. You can get crazy. I mean, you can spend $4,000 or $5,000 on these darn things that do stuff that is beyond making an espresso. And in digital ways, which to me, the digital stuff just breaks and it's a pain in the neck. So you buy a generally manual, which is fun. Once you get to do it, I feel like it's fun. You're playing with the pressure and all that stuff, the grind and how much and all that gizmo stuff. But so $500, we figured a 12-ounce whole beans bag is about $12. You can obviously pay more for that, but what we've been buying is $12, and it's perfectly good, fresh whole beans. Bottom line, we came up with about $105, I think it was, worth of coffee expense in the actual beans themselves. You're going to, at $1,825 a year, you're going to pay for that espresso machine in a little less than 4 months, like 3.5 to 4 months, just like 3.6 months, I think it was. So there's just another example. I mean, think about it. If you took the savings from going to the cafe every day at $5 a pop, and if it's a latte, I think it's more. It's closer to $6 probably. So go buy yourself some milk and spread that out. That's not going to be so bad. And save that money, invest it. So we're going to keep doing this kind of analysis just to keep throwing out to people how even when you're thinking you're not making enough money and, oh my gosh, it's so expensive. And yes, it is. I mean, this is what I do. I mean, I can afford a $5 latte every day or espresso every day if I want. But I mean, heck, this is what I do. And I think, and it really makes financial sense. So, that young person that's out there, begrudging how expensive everything is, well, stop. Don't do that. Heck, buy your espresso machine and bring it to your office and stick it on your desk and don't let anybody else use it if you want, just for you.
Charge them. There
you go. That's even better. You can use my espresso machine, but it'll cost you. You go down to Starbucks, they're going to cost you $5. Charge you $5. I'll charge you $4 or $2, and you got to make it yourself. Bring your own beans.
They've got ghost kitchens. This is the ghost espresso machine, where you have to do everything yourself.
Yeah. Anyway, try that on.
Okay. That's a good tip.
We want to do more of those. This is like the foodie segment, the foodie and finance segment. We'll do
It's
more.
definitely a way to save money. I just drink too much coffee to buy it all the time. So
Well, yeah, if you're Doug and you have 12 cups a day, then you're really messed up if you're thinking you're going to Starbucks. He could put he might be able to put all of his kids through college on what he would spend at Starbucks every day.
I hope they're not college material because I can save a lot of money on that.
True.
But you have enough, and at least one of them is, and I think at least, yeah, I think I'm going to be paying for some college.
Mm-hmm. Or not.
Trade school.
There you go.
But again, different strokes for different folks. Some of them might like trade school.
Another segment, by the way.
That is another segment. I started to that point though. We watched just out of the blue. There's a division in our family, and it lies on TV a lot of the time. But my oldest, who is very likely going to go to college, he's going to have that session. But he likes Dirty Jobs by Mike Rowe, and they've started making new episodes again. They resurrected the series. So
I've never seen it. I've heard of it. I've never seen it.
Yeah, he's a big advocate for the trades.
Okay.
So, and he talked to this gentleman who was in a family business yesterday, who was on yesterday's show, I should say, or the show we watched yesterday. He was redoing vinyl pools, and this often involved rehabbing them. So this is in Florida where they have more of a need for this, and that's how they roll. And this guy said he made about grossed about $500,000 a year, says he keeps his margins at 50-50. Wow. So he's making clearing 250 grand a year doing these. I would call this generally unskilled, skilled labor kind of. It's something where there's technique, but it's not like you need to go to school to do it. There's a right way to do it, a wrong way to do it.
Not a machinist.
Yeah. So, and this guy obviously had his system down and wasn't afraid of hard work, and he was making $250,000 a year. So, replacing custom pool linings.
Or custom pool.
Yep.